So Laura, other than myself, because you and I are critique partners, and I know that I'm a tremendous influence on your writing, but other than me, what writers would you say have had the most influence on your work?
Well, I do have to say that you have been an influence on my work. I've been reading Middle Grade Ninja long before I got published. It was actually like the #1 source that I used when I was trying to figure out ages and trying to figure out how this publishing world worked, because I feel like a lot of getting published is sometimes knowing what not to do and knowing like how to not make a fool of yourself. And so your blog was great about educating us about how to go about that with your interviews and all that. And then I've had the pleasure of getting a sneak peek at Banneker Bones' book too, and so that's been really fun to see. But as far as like big authors, I would say the very first books that ever made me kind of fall in love with reading, I would say, is Chronicles of Narnia. So those are definitely up there. I love fantasy, I love science fiction. It's always kind of been what I gravitated towards as a reader, so that's kind of what I gravitated towards it as a writer. Of course, Harry Potter is up there. I've read that series so many times, and no one will ever come close to her. And I think sometimes as a writer, you can read something as amazing as Harry Potter, something amazing as like John Green's work, and get a little down because you're like, I will never write this well. But you have to just remember that we all have our own voice, and everyone's voice is different, and there's so many readers out there who want to hear all the different voices.
I actually found a problem with the first Harry Potter. The other 6 are perfect, but that first one I found an issue with. So I'm like, aha, I've got you, Alan. you're human after all.
Yeah,
and there are multiple references to Harry Potter through Float.
Mm-hmm. There are. There's a time traveling issue in the book Float, and my original reference for the time traveling issue is he referenced Back to the Future, and my publisher was like, that might be too old. Kids might not know what Back to the Future is, and so I was like thinking about who else I know. The DeLorean.
Arrow through my heart. Oh no.
So I know, and it made me feel old, and so I was like, okay. So I wanted to bring in a reference for time travel that kids would be familiar with, and I feel like most kids are familiar with Harry Potter in some way. They should be.
In a perfect world, they all would be.
Exactly.